as opposed to cracking it on here. Okay, that's that. Hands to wash.
This is such exciting.
Nice on hand. Okay, so now we have our 5 yolks, 1 whole egg. We're going to add the rest of the liquid ingredients, so milk, water, 3/4 cup, 2 tablespoons of milk, and then olive oil. Make sure you get it all out of it. Okay, so that's our liquid. Okay, you're gonna whisk that together well. Liquid and then dry. So we have 10 ounces by weight of all-purpose flour, 10 ounces by weight semolina flour, not salmonella flour as some people call it. Salt. We're going to put all that in the bowl first. Pasta is very simple. It's all about having a great recipe and knowing that the steps. So now we're going to mix this really well together. Now when my Nana does this, she has a special cutting board that she does it on the board. But when you're starting out, it's best to do it in a bowl so it doesn't go everywhere, okay? So can everybody go like this? Forget about it. Let's try it. Forget about it. So if you do that, then you're partially Italian out for the day. And you're going to take that hand and you're going to make a well in here. Make a hole in the center. So it looks something like that. Then you're going to pour all of your liquid ingredients in there. So it looks like that. So far so good? Super easy! Am I sweating? No. Not on the outside. And then you're going to stir it around like this. And you'll see as I'm moving the egg liquid mixture, it's lapping up. Kind of sand off the beach on the side, which is one way to kind of think about it. And we're just going to do that until we incorporate some of the flour into the mix. You go around and keep incorporating flour in here. And this is called the well method. And you're going to do this until the whisk becomes useless. And now our whisk is becoming kind of useless now, so we'll tap everything off. Before it gets too thick, you want to catch it so you can tap everything off there. We're done with that. Okay, so that's all done here. And now we're going to take the flour and kind of work it from the dry side into the wet side. Work it together until it's fully incorporated. This is a recipe you're going to want to keep if you ever want to try and make fresh pasta. It's a really good dough recipe. Okay, so there's our dough. Let's get it out of the bowl now. You can work it on your surface. Okay. So there's our pasta dough. Now it's incorporated, and what we're going to do now is knead it. You need to knead it. I feel the need to knead. Okay, Tom Cruise said that in his famous movie, Top Pasta. So bad. Sorry, lots of coffee. But what you're going to do is, it's really important to knead and work this dough, because this is what's going to give it the elasticity, so that when you roll it out, it can get super, super thin. If you don't knead it properly, you're not going to be able to get that elasticity. So now you're going to, this is the kneading, is the smearing process. And I'm rubbing the dough, pushing it forward, incorporating all these ingredients together. And you're going to do this for 7 minutes. Picking up all your dough. Sometimes the dough's a little wet, sometimes the dough's a little dry, so if it's too dry, you'll need to add a little bit of, obviously, liquid. Water is fine. And if it's too wet, then you just add a little bit of all-purpose flour. And all that's variable, because your flour might be more moist one bag for the next one. You never know. Or drier. Okay? So now we have it all together. So now we knead for 7 minutes. And it's this pushing and rolling. Turn it, roll, pull it back, push, pull it back, turn it, push, pull it back, turn it, push. So it's this, that's what gives it. This is developing the gluten here. There's 2 proteins in here, gliadin and glutamine, that when this agitation process is what forms gluten. And gluten is what gives bread structure and dough's elasticity. Okay? And I'm using my whole body. I'm not going, so like we did last night. It was so fun over the weekend with this concert down the valley. You really got to focus on what you're doing. Intentional, understanding why you're doing it helps. And you should be, this is where you sweat a little bit. This is where you season your dough with a little bit of sweat. No, not that would be good. But I can remember my Nana doing this, and she'd be out of breath. She was a Pall Mall chain smoker too, so that was probably part of it. And you'll notice as you're doing, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tougher and tougher. But if you need to switch off, Akko, you're not switching. You're like, if you're doing this, you're going all the way through. Same way Mr. Tennis Star, all the way through, no excuses. You'll feel it. It'll start to change. It'll start to feel harder, like a rubber ball from the beginning. And then if you were to use this straight through, you want to leave it out to rest at room temperature for about 2 hours. And it'll get soft, so soft afterwards. But right now we're just winding up all these proteins in here, bringing out the gluten. And I'm using this part, the blades of my hand right here. That's where the motion comes from. It's a push. And I'm really trying to create some tension on this side. So really trying to create tension. Pull it back. Tension. Rolling it around. It's not going to do anything. This is going to be a key to the success of your dough. So tortellini, you guys are doing all of this today, and then you'll bring your dough up and we'll wrap it and label it and put it in the freezer together. So come find me when you're done with that. Everybody else, you're going to make the kit. Label it, and Caitlin will help you put it away in an appropriate spot. And then you're also going to do your potato recipe. Okay? I'll be around for questions. Don't start jumping into potatoes just yet. Pasta, you guys can go ahead and get started because we did the demo. But potatoes, I want you guys to have your plan written down first, written down on paper. Okay? Questions? All right, let's go for it.